writer.
Okay.
For those who
what we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
But I promise you, baby,
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha, and Terry T got it right. Airdrop is the classic airdrop. You know, the 67th Tactical Mobile Suit Squadron is tonight's t-shirt of choice. Oh, and Chris, I guess won too. It's 2. Good job, boys. Yeah. It's Friday, you guys. End of another glorious week. Busy week. Busy week. So, let's see. If you'd like to get one of these cool-ass airdrop tactical 67 Tactical Mobile Suit Squadron t-shirts, it also comes in the chibi form, if you would like that as well. You can hit up childofmecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find shirts, hats, and bags, and all sorts of other cool stuff on there. Go ahead and get you some of that. Aside from that, if you see any of the tools and materials and stuff like that we work with here tonight, check out the little Amazon link just below here on YouTube and Twitch. I think Twitch is working tonight. I saw it. I think it's working. If you guys are on Twitch, sound off. Let me know. But if you're watching on Facebook, that Amazon link's going to be on this side for you guys. And like I said, man, we've got tools and materials, all that stuff for modeling. We've got books for inspiration, gear for streaming if you want to get into that. I do get a small commission based off of the stuff that you buy, so it does go to help the stream. So I thank you very much. Buy a lot of stuff. Goes a long way. But it looks like the Twitch crowd is looking good. That's awesome because I did see that Twitch was having problems a little bit earlier today with some people trying to get go live and stuff like that. So, hey, kudos to us for not having those issues, right? But, hey, guys, over there on Twitch, Scythes Build and Links, Corey, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Excuse me. Corey says, yeah, it's been a bit buggy since last night. Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like, because I got on Streamlabs OBS here, I got a little notification at the bottom, which I had never seen before. Yeah, it said, you know, Twitch may be experiencing issues. You click on it, it gives you, basically boots you over to the Twitch's Twitter account, and yeah, they seem to be having issues. There's a lot of people having complaints about Twitch, or I guess over the past couple days. So, luckily we're not one of those people, right? So, but anyway, guys on Twitch, thank you for watching. Appreciate that. Let's see. If you need kits or paints or accessories or some kick-ass decals, check out our good friends right over here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the folks down there will definitely hook you up. Let's see. Where should we begin? It's Friday, you guys. It's been a hellish week. It's been very, very busy. Lots of things in motion. Lots of balls in the air, juggling and stuff like that. So it's been a little crazy. And I foresee it only getting crazier until the end of the year, quite frankly. So let's see. The 2 other colors of the Mecha Decal 001 and 1100 scale, red and gray, those are in Cartograph's hands. The 3 colors in 144, white, red, and gray, are also in Cartograph's hands. So they are they're basically in production at this point. So yeah, expect different colors, expect different scales and different colors and stuff like that. The same quality that you have seen with the original Mecha Decal 001 dub. Yeah. And then, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it last night or not. The second decal sheet is I'm done designing it. I think I did talk about it a little bit. So I won't touch on it too much tonight. But that's done. Just kind of looking it over, stuff like that. So that will go to Cartograph sooner or later as well. So in hopefully the 3 different colors and the 2 different sizes. And I'm just going to get to work on another one. Yeah, fun times. Now, Brandon's got a very good question. Brandon 5269, he's over there on YouTube. He says, will there ever be a multicolor sheet available? You know, that's something that we've thought about. Now, the thing that you have to realize if you're into printing or if you've ever had anything printed before, you know, by like a professional, the more colors that you have on something, the more pricey it is. So we wanted to go solid colors first. We wanted to get the line established, right? Multicolors are a plan. Let's put it that way. Yeah, they are a plan. When that might be, I don't know. I don't know. But yes, that, you know, that's something that we want to do. So rest assured, those are in the works, I guess, in the plans, something like that. Yeah. Vincent Lewis is over there on over on YouTube. What's going on, buddy? He says, was yesterday a bonus stream? No, it's actually a postponement. I didn't do Wednesday's stream. I had to push it back to Thursday because I basically just was dead ass tired and done. Yeah, I passed out at like 9:30 on Wednesday night. So yeah, I pushed it back to last night. So that's all it was. So let's see. Brandon says, I work in the office printer and plotter repair field. I know how expensive it can get. Yeah. So multiply that by many times dealing with, you know, basically production level printers like Cartograph who have just world-class quality and standards, really. So, I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing. So, yeah. So, multicolors are planned. We don't know when. Planned. So, stay tuned. It's the best I can tell you. Man, Johnny's over there. He's on Facebook. What's up, Johnny? He says, morning. Morning over there, right? What's going on, buddy? Enjoy your weekend, man. Man, and Win is over here. Look at this. He says, super serious decades, buddy. Give the people what they really want. What? I don't know what that means, dude. Win cracks me up, man. He's amazing. And if you haven't seen Win's build, I'm sure you probably have. I think half the internet it probably has. Hey, Faye, Phalos. I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, super serious decals, buddy. Give the people what they really want. Yeah, English decals, right? Oh God. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't break myself down. I can't do an English, I can't do that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to buy it. They may say they want that, but they're never going to buy it. Never going to buy it. It'd still be funny though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so shout out to Win. He did his newest build, the Mecha build, and he painted it, had the kid paint it to look like a Gundam and everything. Really cool. Yeah, really cool. So, but yeah. Anywho, let's see. What else? Oh, speaking of our friends, USA Gundam Store, Adam has plans to have a Gundam Building Expo next June 2020. I know it's a ways away. It's a year away, right? But the thing is that I'm going to be there, and I think a few other people are going to be there too. Make your plans now. Just take off the whole month of June just to be on the safe side. Tell your job that, hey, look, June 2020, it's off limits. Don't schedule me. Just don't do it. Because I got to be in Daytona Beach, Florida for the USA Gundam Store modeling expo. Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I am definitely going to be there, and man, we're gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up. So still very much in the planning stages, obviously. But you know, I've talked to Adam, and he's got some solid plans. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. So please mark your calendars. Don't forget it. I'm sure you'll see more, but still, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Excuse me. So, Superset 5, do you plan on releasing multicolored decals in the future? Now, to Superset's credit, he's over on Twitch. He probably just came in. He might have missed us talking about that a few minutes before. So, just to answer Superset's question, yes, it's in the plans. Like we said before, printing multicolor, the more colors that you have on a sheet, the higher the price point is. To make them, right? So we wanted to get the line established first with solid colors, right? Oh, metal colors. Oh, I saw metal. I thought he meant multicolor, but metal colors. So like metallic. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I honestly don't see too much of a demand for it, you know, simply because they're a very, very, very niche type of decal, right? I'm pretty sure Cartograph could do that. I'm pretty sure Cartograph could do holographic and all that good stuff too. But again, you're gonna the price, I think, would be the main thing, right? So yeah, that would be the. It comes down to demand, right? I just don't think there's a lot of demand. You know, just seeing the plethora of models online, you look at the percentages of models that actually have metallic decals and the ones that don't, it's outweighed a lot. It's outweighed a lot. So yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, to answer your question, Superset, metallic decals, probably not, at least in the near future. Just being honest. Just being honest. Let's see. GamerBud, on a serious note, you think it's possible to put a mecha army on a small decal? Man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because, one, it's cool to represent. I get that, right? I totally get that. But would it be within aesthetic? As a graphic designer, I am very, very protective of the aesthetic of my work, right? So I'm torn by placing a Mecha Army decal on one of the sheets. It's like a double-edged sword, you know? I don't know. I think I'd have to give that a lot more consideration than just, you know, answering it right here. That's just honest truth. So, excuse me. So, let's see. William Wilms. What's going on, William? Have you announced your decals in black? No, we will not be doing black. We will be doing gray, kind of a darker gray, which, quite frankly, black decals, I'm not into them, because when you have the when you have that saturation, that deep saturation of the color black, it does look campy, right? And it looks unrealistic, especially in scale. But when you have gray, it looks more realistic, and it looks more in scale to that particular model, right? Say, for instance, you look at, and shit, William, you work on an Air Force base, so you probably see the planes coming and going and stuff. So when you see a warning mark on a plane, or, you know, tanker or something like that, right? Try to distinguish with your naked eye whether that's truly a saturated black, or whether that is more of a gray, based off of the, you know, the environment, like the haze and everything like that, cutting that saturation down, the dust and all that good stuff, right? So those are considerations. So that's why I don't want to necessarily do you know, the decals in black. You know, do them in gray. They look much more realistic and much more in scale. So that's kind of the direction that we're going. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully. Also, Will, keep an eye out on the mail. Just saying. Might be a good thing. Anyway. Let's see here. You guys got some questions here kicking it off for us tonight. Let's see. Size Build says the demand would probably not justify the price. Seems like it would be something to put up to a poll and take data from that into consideration. Yeah, I mean, it possibly, and this is going back to the metallic decals idea. You know, I just don't know. I mean, if we get requests for them, and I see that more more demand is there than we thought, then maybe we might consider it more. You know, it's, I don't know. I just don't, in my gut is telling me that the demand is just not realistic at this point. Just honest truth again. Let's see. William says Tim should do a Mecha Army unit decal sheet. You know, I don't know if that would come down to, again, demand, and I don't know if the demand is there, you know. So, Corey Links 53 over there on Twitch, he says outweigh. Excuse me. Swallowed wrong there. Outweighed cause there hasn't been a Chata Mecha level of quality metallic decals yet. Look at this guy, man. He's trying to pander, right? Love you, Corey. Good job, man. Good stuff. Corey, also another one. Keep an eye out on the mail. Old School Gunpla, Mr. George, he's over there. What's going on, buddy? Brandon over there on YouTube. I wouldn't do it, Tim. I feel you on that. Zero Kai, what's going on, Zero? Hey, Tim, can I message you after stream? I need help with my GM Heavy. Of course, man. You can message me anytime you want. Gamer Bud, or have a unit number and the MA or 0MA. We would know what it stands for, but everyone else would think it's a unit or model number. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. That is actually not a bad idea. Okay, I will concede to that idea. That's actually a pretty damn good idea, bud. I'll be honest with you, because it just kind of slips in there, right? And like you said, it's kind of like an Easter egg. I like that, and we could put, you know, obviously we can put other, you know, we could put other what you call it. You know, unit designations and stuff in there, you know, different letter combinations and stuff too, you know, but MA, you know, well, could be in there, yeah. I think you might be onto something. I think it might be onto something. So that's a very good idea. Very, very good idea. I like it. Let's put it this way. For the third sheet, I will definitely consider it. You have my word. I will definitely consider it. I like it. I like it. It's good stuff. Let's see. Dwidget, what's going on, Thurno? Thurno Hobbies and Games over there on Facebook for those of you playing at home. Thurno Dwidget can track down whatever you need. So hit him up if you need that rare something, right? He's like the Gundam bounty hunter out here. But he says usually most marking on the aircraft besides squadron ID are usually haze gray. There you go, right? There you go. George says, kind of like that idea, Gamer Bud. I do too, you know, the MA. It's a solid idea. Yeah. Brandon does too. He says, I like the Easter egg idea as well. Gamer Bud, best of both worlds, right? Terry T says, you're the designer, so you tell people what they want. Think Prada. Right? Dude, I wish it was that easy. For everybody who's a designer out there, I know Corey could probably relate to this. It's not that easy. It is not that easy. I wish it really was, but it is not. Oh, man. So, if only, right? If only. But GamerBud says that way it would fit. Missed it. Fit the theme of the decals, and we get that little nod to the group. Absolutely. No, I kind of agree, right? And Terry, he says, I'm kidding. Corey says, oh yeah, I got your sticker package. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. All the hard work that you put into those chibis and everything. Come on, it's the least I could do, right? Julius, what's up, Sarge? Tim, are you working on a Mecha Army mascot like the rooster for airdrop? No, I honestly never really thought of it, but I think we might be able to come up with something. I don't know what at this point, but something, right? Shit, we could get Corey to do it, right? I'm sure Corey would probably be down for designing a mascot for the Mecha Army, right? I have to think about it and kind of formulate some ideas to pass on to him to kind of make it focused, right? Right? But I definitely think Corey would be the man for the job for something like that. Yeah. Because he's just stupid creative, right? And especially when it comes to mascots and chibis and stuff like that. Oh, kid's so good, man. So good. Let's see. Zach Blyce. Dude, what's going on, Zach? Zach from up there at Awesome Galactic Toys and Hobbies, right? One of our favorite places in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. So if you guys are up that way, man, stop in and say hi to Zach and all the folks up there at Galactic Toys. He says, next week I will be sending you what we talked about. Sweet. Sweet. We actually talked about that a little bit on last night's stream, Zach. The neuron stuff. Neuron. I don't know how you pronounce the damn thing, but we talked about it a little bit last night. So that's exciting, dude. I can't wait to give that a shot. Those spinny blade deals. Yeah. So thank you, buddy. Thank you for watching too. Brandon over there says, can't find anything on the Neuron spin blades brought up last night. Anyone have a link to them? Yeah. Galactic Toys and Hobbies, right? Zach? I think you'd be the guy for that, right? Because, you know, like I said, we talked about that last night. Brandon, they are brand new. So they're probably not up on most places yet. So I would definitely say stay tuned, right? There's Zach. He says we will have them next week. There you go, right? There you go. Let's see. Sites build used to be demand is what drives your production. Never again. No thanks, right? It's a tough game, man, right? Links 53, 200 logo designs later. Nah, still not seeing what I'm looking for. Right? Oh, Sice build. That's when you grab a baseball bat and go to town. Dude, right? Yeah. Links 53, look at that. Corey's like, mascot, hit me up. Oh, but Wynn's got a good idea. He says design contest. Man, I don't know, though. I don't know. I trust Corey so much with stuff like this, right? I have absolute 100% undying faith in this kid's ability. I do. So honestly, I wouldn't even really want to open it up. I would just want to give it to him and let him lead the way with it. Cheers to Corey, man. So, yeah, I mean, for anything, mind you, Wynn, for anything else, I think it's a fabulous idea. Fabulous idea. For this is this is us. This is our identity. This is Mecha Army, man. This is close to home, right? Close to home. So, yeah, I think the only guy for the job is Corey. I really do. I think the only job is him. So, William Williams says M&A would be easy to get as water slides. What we need are some Tim designed point signs, or as these youngin call them, hashtags. Point, POIND signs. I don't know. Will, you lost me, buddy. You will. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man. Chris R, take other builders' best builds and chibi them. Now you have a Mecha Army of the community. Wow, that's actually a very expensive idea, right? Holy shit. Brandon says, Zach, checked out your store last weekend. It was amazing. I would be back for sure. It took me about 3 hours to get there, but totally worth it. Man, see, look at that. That's awesome. I do love to see that, right? There you go, Zach. There you go, man. Good stuff. Space Rat 53 says, hello there. Work continues on my Master Grade Zaku F2 Sand Rat, figuring out potential mods as I work on snap fitting it together. Nice. Sweet. Yeah. Zach says, brand new, currently inbound to Galactic Toys. Nice. Dwidget says, oh, by the way, Think Geek is having a store closing sale and there's some Gunpla on there. So get them while you can since it's 50% off. Yeah, that actually is a thing. But they are not closing. According to their site, they're moving. Now, I don't know why they would have to have a total liquidation of assets or anything like that. But from what it said, they're moving. I don't know. I don't follow, Think Geek all that much, but from what their website said, it's just they're moving. They're not closing. Who knows, right? Kenneth Chung, merging with parent company GameStop. Well, there you go. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Terry T, Corey would kill it. I agree, right? Corey says, oh, geez, thanks for the support. Dude, man, come on. You're established at this point, right? As the chibi, the Gundam chibi guy. When you think chibis and Gundam, I don't think of anybody else. I just don't. Is there anybody else? Do they matter? Probably not. I'm just saying, right? Man, Corey's just so good at it. That's all I gotta say. William was, pound signs. Not poined signs, right? Damn autocorrect, right? Oh, man. Maybe. Sice build, think he meant pound signs, right? You hashtag, yes. Sice build, man, Sice build, you got it. You caught that much quicker than I did. I didn't catch it, right? Shit. Links 53, Corey says, LOL. Practically halfway there to Chibi mechanizing the community already. He's not wrong, you guys. He's not wrong. Have you seen how many people have Chibis? And how many people want Chibis from Corey? Just today, I was talking to somebody. I think it was Lizard Gumpla on Instagram. He was talking about wanting to get a Chibi done. Yeah. Everybody knows. Everybody wants the Chibi, man. It's just so cute and awesome. Excuse me. Let's see. Zach Gleish, Galactic Toys says, we're getting tons of new stock lately. Got in a huge restock of Kotobu Kia kits, if that's your thing. I know that's a lot of people's thing, right? Yeah. George says, too right about Corey. Damn right. Gamerbot, I've drawn Gundams before, but guess I don't matter. It's not that you don't matter, bud. You matter. You matter to me. You matter to the Mecha Army. Right? It's just, man, Corey's on a whole nother level than all of us, right? When it comes to Chibi art and stuff, right? Let's see. Brandon, 5269. What is a Chibi? He spelled, and Brandon, I'm not making fun of you, buddy. I'm not. Please understand this. But it's funny. He spelled it C-H-E-E-B-E-E. Chibi, right? Chibis. C-H-I-B-I, right? So, cutified, like cutesy, kind of super deformed type of deal, right? Yeah. So, here, let me show you real quick. Because I got the stickers over here. Those sticker prototypes that I showed. Alright, so this would be a Chibi of the Hummingbird, right? And then, let's see, where... This would be a Chibi of the Aussie, right? So, very super deformed, very cutesy, that type of thing. And Corey's the man at it, right? He drew both of these. Airdrop, Chibi-fied, right? Can't beat that. So, yeah. So that's basically, that's what Chibi is. And, yeah. Corey, Links53 on Twitch is just out of this world. Out of this world amazing at it. So, Brent says, gotcha, I knew it was spelling that wrong. Not a big deal, dude. It's not a big deal. You know, it's just one of those things. If you don't know, you don't know. But now you do, right? Now you do. Let's see. Terry T, keep drawing and you'll find your own niche. Damn right, Terry. Damn right. Let's see. Terry T. And also remember that art is not a competition. Corey rep my stuff, and I rep his stuff all the time. Yeah. And you know what? Terry's fucking amazing, too, at you know, drawing, you know, like these really, really kind of detailed, awesome Gundam art. Yeah. Amazing. Corey says there are several other amazing Gundam artists out there. Terry T draws Gundam illustrations and even SDs that make me want to eat my own pencil. Right? And then Corey says, LOL, that timing. Right? I mean, it's the mutual love thing, I guess, right? It's the mutual love thing. It's all good. I respect it. I respect it and I like it a lot. All right. So let's get to getting on here, shall we? Because I want to show you guys how the Greebly plate molds and everything came out. And I think they came out decent. Decent. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. So let's get these guys over here real quick. And we'll go to camera 2 right about now. Okay. Zoom out just a teensy little bit there. Yeah? Okay, so if you guys remember, This is the greebly plate that we, you know, created. Now, obviously, since we pulled up the mold, some of these pieces have dislodged off of this this glass plate. And not a big deal. These can be glued down real easily, so that's even completely inconsequential at this point. The fact is that I'll keep this intact exactly as you see it. Legos, everything all around it, because these are actually, the Legos are actually super glued down too, to seal the bottom to the actual glass plate, so we wouldn't have you know, mold rubber spilling everywhere out from underneath of it. So this is you know, this is good to go. Most of these are still solidly glued down. We just had a, you know, few little casualties, a few different, you know, little pulls here and there. Not a huge deal. Most of these were ones that just, you know, kind of the rubber just grabbed onto, right? So not even a big thing. Like I said, we can glue those back in. But here is the resulting mold, which I think turned out fair. I think it turned out fair, right? Let's get zoomed in here real quick, and so you can kind of really see the detail on this here, because we got a little shard of plastic in there. Get that guy out of there. So the unfortunate thing was that when I went to use this mold rubber today, I had noticed it. This mold rubber, when I went to use it today, was basically dead. It was pretty much dead product. And what I mean by that, it had reached its shelf life, its maximum shelf life, and it was beginning to deteriorate in quality. So with this particular product, this is Umu 30 by Smooth On. You have two parts, part A, part B. You mix 1-to-1 by volume, right? So 2 ounces of one, 2 ounces of the other. You mix them together. Perfect concoction, right? This took roughly about 16 ounces per mold. So this is 16 ounces right here of mold rubber, which is quite a lot, actually. A lot more than I had anticipated it to be. So the viscosity, the thinness of this should have been a lot thinner. This was kind of more like melted peanut butter when I went to pour it in after I got it mixed and everything, which was way too thick in my opinion. It should have poured out like maple syrup, basically, and not like the thick maple syrup, more like the pancake syrup that you get at the grocery store and stuff like that, the cheap shit. So unfortunately, this was a lot thicker than I had wanted, which resulted in a not very nice top here, right? Now, mind you, this side, virtually perfect. Virtually. So, and it caught all the detail great, right? I mean, just look at these guys right here, these pistons, and then if you need any any other opinion, look at these little guys right in here. These little, see these little bitty tabs right here, right? And then you can see the panel lines right here on these guys, right? So not a big deal. Dean says, "Dem air bubbles though," right? on this side, because this is the side where the air escaped. You have to think this, when we molded it, this was the side that was up, right? So all the air went up this way. Now, once we put this thing to pressure into the pressure pot, this is a perfectly solid mold. There are no air bubbles on the parts themselves, thankfully. A little schmutz in there. right there. But aside from that, there are no visible bubbles or anything like that in any of the parts. This side, obviously, you know, you see massive air pockets and stuff like that. It looks like the surface of the moon, right? But what I did was I went ahead and beveled the edges, and that is really where the proof is, because if there were air bubbles in this, there would be air bubbles within that cut, and there just aren't. So this is a perfectly solid, perfectly usable mold. Yeah, so we're good to go. Excuse me. Dean says, Tim, you have a pressure pot. Yeah, yep, I do. And this went into the pressure pot for about 6 hours. So, yeah. But like I said, the details caught. Everything looked really looks really good, and we can make some really good castings out of this. So, yeah, very, very happy with the results. Even though the mold rubber wasn't the greatest of quality at this point, you know, like you can see right in here, it caught great detail on this particular piece. On these little guys right here, it caught all that perfect detail, right? Just stellar. But, you know, like I said, I would have liked a cleaner backside of the mold, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Nah, beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, let's see. Sorvan says, whichever you think will be easier. Personally, I would do it in pieces. Superstep 5 says, I have a question about painting. Since my Perfect Grade Mark II uses screws in the arms, chest, legs, etc., should I paint the frame in separate parts, or should I paint the frame snapped together? I'm always a big proponent for painting in as many broken down assemblies as possible, right? If you can get away with it. That's the main thing. If you can get away with it. So that's my 2 cents. Now, all right, so you guys saw this was the this here was just kind of your general greebly surface kind of stuff that goes on, right? And then I had another plate for circular objects, and this is what this one is, right? This was the second one that I molded, and by the time I got to this one, and this was a freshly opened set of Umu 30, right? It seemed like the 2 parts had started to set in just 10-15 minutes tops, right? Because look at this mess. Look at that. It's like, ugh. Right? It's crazy. Obviously, there weren't a ton of air bubbles on this particular surface, but I think it got too thick for them to really escape, right? But thankfully, again, the pressure pot worked its magic. No visible air bubbles in any of these things, even down to the smallest of details, like these little itty bitty circular details here, right? So I'm not going to be that particular set of Umu 30. That's gone. That's trash. I'm not even going to mess with it anymore. Because like I said, it's pretty much dead product. So I have to order some more from Smooth On. I don't think I'm going to order it from Amazon again, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It'll be a judgment call. But I need to order resin, so I'm probably just going to end up purchasing it from Smooth On anyways, because I have to get the resin that I buy. I can only get from Smooth On directly. I use Smoothcast 322, which is a 4-hour cure. Amazon doesn't carry it, unfortunately, so what are you going to do, right? So, but like I said, you know, these guys came out really, really nice. You know, some of these are from that mini that Win sent me. Some of these molds here. This guy. This one here as well, I think, is from that particular set. You've got these 2 little Incom details from a my old scrapped XS Master Grade that I basically cannibalized for the Hummingbird. So those are really nice circular details. These guys right here are really gonna be good. Yeah, so a bunch of really cool little circular style, curvy style details here, which are all caught in wonderful crisp detail here. So yeah, the pressure pot worked its magic because it turned this hot mess to almost perfection. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, guys, you know, it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing. Even if you don't have a pressure pot, it's better if you do. But even if you don't, you can pull this off. The Umu 30, like I said, is a 6-hour cure. So that 6 hours, it allows and you saw it with the one, it allows those bubbles to come up and rise to the surface of, you know, of the mold. So you get much better castings and much better molds that way. So you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you. It's a pretty easy task as far as, you know, resin casting goes. It's a one-sided, it's called a dump mold, because basically all you do is just dump resin in there and bada boom, bada bing, you're done. So very simple task. So yeah. Let's see. Let's catch up with you guys, because there were some questions I saw that I wasn't able to get to. Yeah. Let's see. Julie Stemsky says, Tim, I'll take 2 orders from the castings. Man, people want to try to order these castings from me and everything, but I don't. Honestly, it's labor intensive in terms of time, you guys. Which you guys know me right now. Time is a valuable commodity right now, which I do not have a lot of at current. So I don't know. Crazy Astray, Umu, O-O-M-O-O, Umu, yeah, like a cow, Umu, right? Kenneth Sim says, curious, will the mold crack a little after multiple times of casting? It could. I've never particularly had one crack on me or anything like that, but, you know, I don't go production level, right? You know, I get maybe a dozen castings out of one, and then I just don't need it anymore, right? And the cool thing about something like this is that you can remold these, right? Because like I said, the plates I'm never going to touch. They're going to stay intact for the foreseeable future, right? So I can remold them really easily if I needed to. Now you could use a higher quality of mold rubber, and those will definitely last a lot longer. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's my opinion. Anyway, excuse me. All right, so Terry T, how long is the shelf life for the Umu? It's 6 months. 6 months, and that's from production date. That's not from the date that you open it. It is 6 months shelf life from the time that it's actually made by Smooth On, which kind of a shitter, but what are you gonna do, right? It's good stuff. Man, Juan Crovero's over there. He says, and how's your day been, man? Dude, it's been crazy busy. It's been one of those days where it's been really super busy, but you haven't felt like you really got anything done. Yeah, that's me today. That's me today. So, Ascension Industries, are those cast from Gundam parts? They are, man. Yeah, we made some molds, you know, from our little Greebly plates that we have made in the past, and yeah, so finally getting around to molding these suckers, and just kind of showing the production of that. Superset 5's over there on Twitch. He says, I bought the LED to the Perfect Grade Unicorn for my P Bandai Fenix on Amazon starting on the 4th next month. I'll have 5 days off to work on the Fenix. Nice. William Wilms, how easy is it to sand your resin after you make those parts? Very simple. I mean, the resin that I use is no different from the resin that they make, that you get, you know, from, you know, kits in China or whatever, you know. They're all the same thing. It's a polyurethane plastic, so it's virtually the same type of material. Now, mind you, there are different chemistries, there are different hardnesses and densities and things of that nature, but the product essentially is the same type of thing, right? Much like there are different styles of plastics, right? So, no, it's stupid easy to sand resin. Just, you got to be careful with it because it kicks up a lot of dust. So that's the only consideration that you have to make. Zero Kai, Tim, how do you make a bulk suit's torso slimmer? Cut it in half. Yeah, and then take some width out of it or something. I don't know. That's just based on the quick hitting question, Zero. That's first thing I could think of. But yeah. Freddie Torres says, what's all this talk about rubber? This, Freddie, right here. Greebly molds. Greebly molds. Yes, sir. Kyle H. Clueless Gump. Tim, did you get my package today? Dude, I did not. And the reason being is because I did not get a chance to go to the post office today. So I meant to, because I know you and I know Julio, Clippin' Nubs, had said that they had sent me stuff, and time got away from me, unfortunately, and I did not get over there. But tomorrow, definitely. So sorry about that, man. Ascension Industries, cool. So I just another Stark Jagan to replace the parts I fucked up the other day, scribing take 2. Sweet, nice. And let's see. Cool, we're caught up. Excellent, wonderful. And if you guys didn't see Freddie's post on his personal Facebook page, I highly recommend that you do, because our boy Andrew is a Bluefin top fan, you guys. So if you happen to run into little Andrew in your journeys, congratulate him on being a Bluefin top fan. Bluefin's #1 fan. Yeah, Freddie. Oh, God. So, the image that Freddie made is so funny, you guys. You just don't even know. You got to check it out on his personal Facebook page. It's just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay, so let's get you caught up on the foot situation, right? So let's see. That's the one. All right. Shall we get super zoomed in? I think we shall. I think that's going to be the way we do things here right now. All right, let's get the foot right into box. Nobody backs baby into a box or corner or whatever the hell that saying is. That stupid movie. Anyway. Okay, so let's see. The foot situation here is looking good. We've got the top kind of cap little deal going on right here. That looks really good. I really like that. We've got the bottom little insert going here in that gap in the middle, right? And then we've got some nice trim around the opening for the toe spike, and obviously we've got a couple little notches there to finish off that overall look. Now I've still got to, come on, stay up in there. I've still got work to do on the spike itself. This is very squarish. It needs to be chamfered and, you know, stuff like that. But starting to add just a little simple detail up here that we kind of took, that I'm kind of taking from Airdrop, because Airdrop has kind of a very similar little detail that I added to it back in the day when I was working on it. So we're going to kind of mimic that because I think that it looked really, really good, and I think it will look appropriate on the Zaku's foot, right? So that's what we're going to do. So with that being said, let's stay super zoomed in just for a few seconds because I am going to just trim a couple pieces of styrene strip, basically just beveling the front edge of this little strip here. It needs a little bit of a steeper edge. Let's see what that looks like. Much better, much better. That's what we want. Do the same thing to this other one here. Not bad. Let's match these up here. Let's see what these look like. And the bevel's not terribly sharp either, right? It's not overly acute. Oh, it's not even on camera. Shit. Sorry about that, you guys. With super zoom, I don't know exactly where things are. Will that focus? No, that will not. Okay. Nope. There it is. Now, from the looks of this, let's see. Let's get these evened up. This one here needs a little bit more bevel. Yeah, that needs a little bit more bevel. So we're going to cut that in. Oh, come on. Alright, so it just basically jumped off the cutting mat into my lap. Hopefully it's in my lap. Hopefully it's not on the floor. So bear with me while I look for this, you guys. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Come on, you. Where'd you go? There you are. Crotch Catch 2000. Sweet. Alright. So now we've got the bevel kind of right, but we've got a length issue, right? We've got about maybe what, a half millimeter difference here. So what we've got to do is we've got to trim the back edge of this guy off a little bit. And now let's see what that is going to look like here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now there's going to be some fine tuning with sanding blocks here. Whew. Man, these are little itty bitty parts, you guys. Okay. So there's one little itty bitty part, right? And then, come on, you. Just trying to hold these little shards of plastic is always the toughest part, right? Just such a huge pain in the butt. Okay. I think we're, yeah. I think we're about there with these guys. I think we're about there. So, just for point of reference, this is these are 2mm wide by about 3mm in length. Yeah, very small, very small. William Wilms, not today, Carpet Monster. All right, shoo. I'm telling you what, this Carpet Monster has eaten more plastic in this day than I don't even know, man. If it was to regurgitate all the plastic that it's eaten, you could probably, you could probably open a plastic factory in this thing. All right, I digress. Let's get back to this and let's glue these things into place. Yeah. All right. So for this, we're gonna use plastic magic. I'm not gonna tip it upside down here and show you guys because it's open at the moment, right? So we are going to be ever so careful with these little guys. Now, I'm not overly concerned with the back edges of these not being totally uniform right now at this point, and I'll tell you why here momentarily once we get these on this piece here. Let's make sure this is on camera though. Oof, good. Good. Okay. Now, the problem that you're going to run into with these little teeny tiny pieces is that the surface area on these pieces is obviously very small, which means that there's not going to be a ton of holding power on your first application of your solvent glue, right? That means that you're going to have to go back, reapply around the perimeter of those pieces, and I'll show you why here. Show you how that goes down here in just a minute. But let's get this other piece placed real quick here. Are we on camera? Right there. Okay. Yeah. So get this piece pushed into place. Not too bad. Okay, good. So there's the look, right? That's what we're going for. Just a very simplistic little detail, nothing crazy, right? But what we're going to do next is just take a nice light slathering of plastic magic right around the perimeter here. Nothing crazy. And by capillary action, that's going to seep underneath of these pieces, and it's just going to adhere everything together nicely, because it's going to melt the things down into one another, and it's just going to make a really good, strong bond, right? And the great thing about this plastic magic is that it's so thin that when you go to paint this, it's not going to be a big deal. You're never going to see any difference in the surface, right? So there we go. All right. So let's get super zoomed out. Get out of super zoom, I should say. Okay, and then let's see. Here is there's that, and let's see. there's the toe as it stands now, right? We're gonna do some more work to the front part of this toe, you know, on the foot here. But you know, that looks pretty good. It's still got full toe, you know, flex and everything like that. Nothing inhibiting movement or anything like that. It just, well, that falls off. We need to glue that, obviously. But it just, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. There we go. Rock and roll. Woo! Man, that's hot. It is warm in here. I don't know why. It is just warm. Anywho. Alright. What are you guys talking about? Are you talking about little Andrew? Yes. Jeez. Bry Guy says, LOL, I feel you, Tim. Tiny parts kill me when it comes to making them look as identical as I can. Right? Kenisem, mystery black hole. Definitely. Brandon says, took me 30 minutes last night to find a 144 back of hand that fell off my table last night. Jesus. Let's see. Crazy Astray says, need a shirt that says, watch out for flying Gunpla. Spider2K2, Jimmy 2.0, James 2.0, I should say. Just finished work for the night, but I'm heading back to base to turn stuff in and then drive home. I probably won't be able to watch the rest of this, but keep up the good work, Tim. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate that, buddy. Drive safe. Zero Kai, trying to find that post of Andrew being Bluefin's top #1 fan. Everybody wants it. That's so funny, man. That is so funny. And then Freddie provided the imager. Oh, God. The link is great. Isn't Andrew now an admin for Bluefin since he's their top fan? Oh, that would be funny, right? Let's see. Terry T. That's what I was going to ask. I had some over glue of plastic magic on some parts, and I didn't know if I had to sand that off or not. Yeah, before I do the prime later, I mean. So yeah, no, dude, it's so super thin. Now, mind you, if it's like squeeze out, then that's a bit of a different story, because that is melted plastic, and that's going to cause you know, that'll be substantive. It's going to be a lot of stuff. Whatever. No, it's going to be, it's going to have substance, right? But if you did just like we did here, just kind of, you know, paint it on the glue, it's nothing to worry about at all. The primer will cover that completely. So, yeah. Bry Guy says, yeah, same Terry, because some pieces are so tiny, and when I add more glue to them in real life, if I have to sand so meticulously to make it smooth and flush. Yeah. I know, I totally get it. No, but like I said, something like this, if you just brush this on, like there you can see in the glare that where we brushed on that plastic magic. I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to prime right over it, and you will never see it. I've done it many times. You never see it. You will never see it because it is so thin. So, yeah. Zero Kai, Andrew might come into the stream because I just posted on Instagram. Oh. He commented on Freddy's post, I believe, just a few moments ago, like several minutes ago, actually. I should say. But let's see. Brandon says, crashing hard here. Night, everyone. Brandon, good night, buddy. Thank you for watching, man. Thanks for hanging with us, dude. Let's see. Yeah, so Andrew commented, what, 17 minutes ago on Freddy's post on his deal. Andrew says, wow, I didn't realize the Bluefin label on the poster. All right, props to Freddy for once. You didn't... Oh, man. Jesus. How did he not notice the big bluefin logo right next to him in that picture. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't claim to get it. I don't want to get it. I don't need to get it. I just... Andrew's his own kid, man. I just... My God. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Cheers, you guys. All right. So, with that said, let's change focus here from the toe to this section of the foot up here, right? The two white pieces here. We're gonna set that off to the side so that can cure, right? Now, what we're going to do first and foremost is we're gonna remove these from the foot without losing them. And then we're going to sand these down a little bit. We're going to give the surface a bit of grit so that we can do a little bit of plotting with, you know, with our pencil, right? To kind of draw out our ideas with this thing, right? So with that being said, we've got, you know, just some very light grit sandpaper here. And we're just going to roughen up this particular surface right here. Just like that, get it nice and smooth. We're going to do the same thing with this upper, or actually this is the lower part of that foot armor here. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to pop these two back together so we can get a proper look at it here, right? So there's the foot armor, yeah? Excuse me. So, what I'm thinking that we do is add some plastic strips on this side. And what we'll end up doing is we'll kind of glue them on right like this, just down the sides here, yeah? And we can bevel them. Bevel the edges to meet this surface here, and then this surface here. And what that'll do is it will make this field in here look recessed, right? We did that with the Jesta, the upper legs, right? We glued on very thin pieces of styrene, and it made the whole kind of inner portion of the leg basically look like a recessed panel, right? So that's kind of the idea with this here too. We're gonna try to make that happen, right? Now, this is the big section right here that I think we should definitely add some really, really nice, juicy details, right? So what I'm thinking at this point, let's see, the toe comes over like this, right? And overlaps this front section here, and it folds up into it. So realistically, we really don't want to go down maybe farther than this with detail, right? Because then we're going to run into issues, right? Especially with the toe kind of flexing back. Yeah, so when the toe is here, we don't want it to flex any more than that. So that's right there at that line. Yeah, so I think we're safe to add detail anywhere above this line. Yeah. Now the big question is, what do we add? Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe some stacked strips, different heights, different widths of strip, just something to give it some visual pizzazz, and, you know, just make it look a little bit more mechanical, right? So what I'm thinking is just kind of draw, just kind of maybe, I don't know, maybe something that comes down Something that comes down like this. Maybe a bevel here, maybe a bevel there. Just like that, and then maybe taller strip back here. Something like that. Yeah. Kind of an idea, right? Kind of an idea. And then up here, we can just do just a simple panel line there. And maybe another one right above it. Right? And then do kind of two little notches like that, yeah? I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks nice, yeah? I think that looks pretty nice. So then, here, let's kind of put them back on the foot to really kind of see what this is going to look like here. So there's that, and let's pop one of these toes on here to kind of get a better picture. Yeah, and that boundary right there, is perfect actually. So that looks good. So yeah, I think something like that on the top I think is going to look really quite nice. Yeah, really nice. There's Andrew, Bluefin's #1 fan. Andrew says there better be a goddamn custom shirt from me, Chow to Mecha. I am Bluefin's #1 fan. Oh Jesus, that's just stupid funny right there. That is just stupid funny. He is Bluefin's top fan, you guys. He loves his sweet models. He really does. He loves his sweet models. After all, you know what? Andrew bought tickets to NYCC. He did. So he's going. He's going to New York Comic Con, you guys. And wearing it to NYCC. Look at him. Look at him. What a sellout. Little Andrew the sellout, man. The sellout. That's okay, though. That's okay. We'll still give you a hard time. Don't worry about it. Alright. So now what I'm thinking, we've got the top. Now we need something on the side here to kind of visually bring this all together, right? So I'm thinking just some simple scribing. Just simple stuff. Simple stuff. So maybe something along the lines of this. Something like that, maybe. Kind of dig it. Kind of dig it. And what we can do with this boundary here, we can potentially make that a panel line and just kind of wrap this around. Maybe like that. I don't know. We're just brainstorming at this point. Maybe bring it over like this. Kind of terminate there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something like that. Maybe. Just throwing shit at the fan to see what's, or throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks right now. But that doesn't look half bad. I think there's some refining that we need. I think this section right here, this top section, I think is primo. I think that's very good. Everything else I think is up for debate, because I'm not necessarily sold on any. Fuck! I slipped. That hurt my hand, you guys. That did not feel good. Whew. Won't do that again. But yeah, I don't, you know, I think everything else here is up for debate. So, we'll see. We'll see. It always looks weird in pencil. It always looks weird in pencil. Especially to everyone else that doesn't know what the hell you're thinking. Right? So, it is what it is. So, yeah, Andrew says, not the top white part, but the bottom white piece is odd as fuck. I mean, same could be said for you. Being Bluefin's #1 fan and all. Kenneth said, make sure you add candy to make it sweet model, Andrew. Right? He says, I don't need no candy. I'm Bluefin's #1 bitch boy. Oh, Andrew, you shouldn't have said that, buddy. You shouldn't have said that. Now it's got me going. Now it's got the ideas flowing, and yeah. I think it's, I think we, yeah. Bluefin's #1 bitch boy. I think we might have to call in Freddy for this one. Freddy, you still out there? You did see you did see Andrew claim he is Bluefin's #1 bitch boy, right? Brandon G, hashtag Bluefin bitch boy. I love it. I love it. Oh. Ransley Clark's over there on Facebook. He says, I like it. I just worry it may look a bit shoe-ish. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. You know, I think the biggest thing right now that I'm not sold on is the side here. That I think we can... I safely think we can eliminate this bit, because I don't think that was a great idea to begin with. So... by eliminating that, it definitely gives it a cleaner look, that's for sure. Maybe just something... maybe just something smaller. Maybe just something like that, right? I think that's... I personally think that looks a lot better. Yeah. So, Kenneth Sim, would it be too much details on the foot? You know, and that's the well, and that's the thing to remember. What you're seeing right now is straight up pencil lead, right? If I were to show you, say for instance, the leg here, right, with the all the panel lines and everything on it. And I know it's probably hard to see. Ah, there, that's perfect. If I was to show you all these panel lines in pencil, it would probably look the same way. It would probably look very, very busy and kind of garish. But you do have to kind of extend the imagination when it comes to the pencil design. Because you have to think about, it's going to look a lot cleaner by the time it's actually applied. These panel lines here, which these are just going to be panel lines, are going to be a lot less prominent. And then the details here obviously are not going to be outlined in garish black too. So these are some caveats obviously that we have to take into consideration, and we have to, like I said, we have to suspend our you know, observational, our literal observations, and we kind of have to imagine what it looks like, or what it will look like in real life, right? So, just one of those things. Edward Leonard, yeah, a little much. Yeah, side I think was a bit much. Andrew Young, you should scribe the blue piece of the foot. How about I scribe in Bluefin's bitch boy to the back of your head? Sorry, Andrew. I mean, you're just not gonna get you're not gonna get away with that. That's just Bluefin's bitch boy. You probably should have said that, buddy. William Wilm says, what about removing plastic on that side piece? Make it a hole instead. Add some mesh underneath of it. You know, I was thinking of maybe recessing that this bit here. Now, mind you, I'm not a big fan of removing plastic altogether and putting mesh behind it. I just don't really like that look. But recessing this, maybe with a big old 1mm chisel or maybe even 1.2, I think would look kind of cool and fitting. That could be very interesting to add some recess right there. Yeah. I definitely think that could be a possibility. Andrew Young, plate the white piece. You wanted get rid of the scribe lines on the bottom white piece and scribe the blue piece instead. No, the blue piece is not going to be scribed because the blue piece is going to have these details. So, sorry, Andrew, you lose. Superset 5, I put a recessed vent in the lower part of the foot. Oh, here? Nah. I don't think that would make sense. A vent in the foot? What mechanical logic would it, I guess, would it make, you know? And that's what I always think about is, would it make a logical, would there be a mechanical, you know, need for that, right? Now, mind you, little details, little plastic details, you know, such as these, I mean, these are aesthetic mostly, and they're just bits of raised material and stuff like that. You know, who knows what's under those? You know, it could be like like a muscle car. You know, the what is it? The power hump. You know, the engine kind of juts up. You know, those types of things. It's there for a reason, but you don't know why until you open up the hood and you see this massive freaking engine, right? So yeah, I'm not necessarily feeling a vent on the foot. Let's put it that way. Let's see. JD says the side made it weird to have a large square shape. Yeah, like that. Like it was made the rest of it look boxy. Which wouldn't make it easy for repairs in real world scenario, in my opinion. Yeah, no, that's true. That's why I kind of nixed it. Andrew Young, nope, I won't get rid of that bitch boy phrase. It's all fun. I don't care. It is all fun. Bluefin's bitch boy. Let's see. Bry Guy says, LOL, I literally came back with that comment. Bluefin's bitch boy, right? Dwidget, and another happy customer for Gumple Bounty Hunter. There you go, buddy. Sweet. Sice Build, NOS, powered ankle joint for extra pop and a jump. There you go. Superset 5, not the blue part, but the white part. Yeah, you know, again, I don't feel a vent would be necessary on a foot, you know? That's just me. I don't know. Edward Leonard said, do it, recess it. There you go. Bry Guy, does the foot have a thruster at the bottom? Then a vent can kind of make sense. I don't think... Yeah, no. They're just armor pads. On the Sinanju, you have to think that the thrusters and stuff were on the sides of the legs, right? These movable thrusters. This is where most of the thrust on the legs came in, and then you know you had this massive, you know, I mean, look at this. What, there's 8 thrusters on this backpack, moving in whatever direction it needs. So, yeah, this thing didn't need any thruster help on the feet or anything like that. It all came from the feet. It all came from the backpack. So, and then obviously with the you know, with the high mobility Zaku as well, you're going to have you know, one 2, 3 different, you know, little thrusters back here, and then obviously you're going to have the big backpack too for propulsion. So, yeah. Let's see. Links53 Corey says vents on feet are for cooling the brake calipers, obviously. Right. The brake calipers. Edward Leonard would look dope. Let's see. The Stein is a flat foot. Yeah, Andrew says. Freddie Torres. Oh shit, Andrew is here. Dude, you missed it. You totally missed his bitch boy comment. He stated that he is Bluefin's #1 bitch boy. You're gonna have, Freddie. You're gonna have to just rewind it and see, because it was awesome. Bry Guy, then no fan. There you go. Julius Demsky, Sarge says, thanks, looking forward to doing more business with you and make it. Look at that, 3-time repeat customer. Awesome. That's so cool, you guys. Andrew Young, Freddie, I have some respect for you raised, but also I hate you. Okay. Kyle H, Clueless Gunpla, maybe have a recessed plate where the show buckle is? Shoe buckle. Gotcha. Oh, you mean like in here? Like a reset? Yeah, well, and like I said before, we're going to put some plastic strip right here on the sides to raise this bevel up, and this is going to then become recessed in that. So that's gonna kind of take that place. So that's the plan, right? That's the plan. So let's get on that. Let's get that out of the way first, because I think that's the one thing at this point that we're pretty much set in concrete, right? I think we can all agree on that particular part. You know, the recessing and everything of this part. Yeah. So excuse me. What we're going to need, I think, is going to be 2mm by 0.5mm, and I think this is 2mm. Where are my calipers? Right here. This might be 1.5. Nope, that's 2 by 1/2. Cool. So this strip is exactly what we need. Now, we need to get our eyes on here. And we're going to glue this right up against the bevel there. Is that going to be too much? That might be too much. No, I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. So let's get a nice strip of this 1x2, or this 1/2x2, I should say. Get that cut. Just like that. Alright. So there's our 2 pieces. And like I said, what we're going to do, excuse me, is we're going to glue this right up to this bevel right here. And I know that's probably hard for you guys to see, but this bevel here, this corner bevel right there, that's where we're going to be gluing just the very, very edge of this strip up to, right? So let's get our good old friend Plastic Magic out here. Okay. Now, placement of this particular strip is pretty important, because we want to get this as close to that bevel as possible, because the closer that we get, the more precise we are with this placement, the better this look is going to or the better we're going to pull this look off, you know? That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Trying to glue and think at the same time is not exactly the easiest endeavor in the world, you guys. Jesus. Alright, so let's get some more plastic on here. Do the same thing here to this other side. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, good. Now, obviously, you can kind of see there's a taper like this, right? That's the shape of this armor. It actually does taper slightly like this, right? So, I think that's exactly the look that we're going for right here. So, what we're going to do next, just ensure our glue penetrates under the strip, and we get a nice adhesion all the way around, because we don't want this thing coming up at all. Okay, good. So there's that part. We're going to let this dry, and then trim it down, clean it up, and then what we're left with is these two strips along the side beveled at the same angle as these already kind of molded in bevels, right? But this part right in here obviously is then going to become recessed. It's going to be a shorter in height than everything else, and that's kind of the look that we're going for, right? Now, another possibility that we might do probably over the weekend or something like that before we get back is to add a strip on this bevel here and this bevel here. Now, the reason why we would do that is because if we go to trim this off, and if there's only a little bit of plastic left on the top there, it may look odd, right? So we may need to backfill that with a strip of plastic right along this bevel here, and then what we'll do is we'll overhang that all over this overhang this over this corner here, and then once that's glued up, we'll just basically trim that flush with this particular surface here. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan at this point, right? Kind of the plan. Excuse me. So let's see. Andrew says, Freddie, where's my bitch boy shirt? Freddie, we got to work on this bitch boy shirt. We got to get the bitch boy a shirt. So I think we need to work together, Freddie. Superset 5, with the 160th new Gundam coming out, what do you think the odds are of a perfect grade coming out? Honestly, if I had to guess, not very good. Because if Bandai put all their R&D resources into a 160th metal build, I doubt that they're going to put R&D into a 160th perfect grade of the same mobile suit. So, yeah, I think that's. Honestly, I think that's kind of the direction at this point to expect. I may be wrong. They may come out with it at the end of the year. Who knows? But just from intuition, I don't think that it's a great, you know, I don't think it's a great possibility. Let's put it that way. So, what are you gonna do? Dwidget says, I think this was their out for that. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think you may be right. Because, I mean, you have to think about it. The new Gundam is extremely, extremely popular in Japan. And Japanese love their figures, right? They love their models, but they love their figures even more. You go into any one of the hobby shops over there in Akihabara, and the number of figure floors dedicated to figures seem to outnumber model kits. I know you go into Anime Jungle, that's underneath of the Volk store. The Volk store is on the top floor of Anime Jungle, and excuse me, if there's one floor of Volks and model kits, there's 3 or 4 floors dedicated to different style figures, right? So the Japanese love their figures. They really, really do. So I don't know. I think Bandai's trying to cash in on that aspect of things, because this is kind of a Japan exclusive from what I've heard. They're not distributing it outside of the US, just based on things that I've heard so far. The funnels, I guess, are P Bandai or something like that, which again, I mean, that's for the, you know, home country basically, right? So yeah, I just I don't see them turning, you know, putting all this R&D into a 1/60th metal build that's going to cost almost $1,000, but then turning around and dedicating all that R&D back into you know, 1/60th perfect grade too. I just I don't see it. I don't see it. So it's just my opinion. I could be wrong, like I said. Could be wrong. Rob Umbar's over there on YouTube. He says, I think it's the other way around, Tim. If Bandai already make the mold for it, they will try to milk it. Yeah, but the thing you have to remember, Rob, is the 1/60th they announced is a metal build, which is a different it's a different architecture. Obviously, the molds are not going to be the same for metal, you know, and for plastic. They're going to be completely different. So the molds that they have for the metal build aren't going to be usable for plastic at that point, I don't believe. Definitely a different animal at that point. So again, I don't think they're going to sink R&D into the same mobile suit at the same scale in 2 different materials. I just don't see that happening anytime soon anyways, right? So that's my opinion. It's just what my gut's telling me. Andrew Young, anime is weeb. You're a weeb, Andrew. Dwidget says, those places are littered with figures, even second and third hand figures. Yeah. William Wilm says, Tim is not wrong, and my anime collection is growing, right? Julius Dembski Sarge says, my wife just gave me a new flavor of M&M's, jalapeno. What the hell? Jalapeno M&M's? Dude, what? Wow. Okay. Shout out to Mrs. Dembski, I guess, right? For the jalapeno M&Ms. Dwidget says, also have to pay extra for them funnels. Yeah, yeah. Zach Bleiss, they normally do a perfect grade in October, December, nothing announced yet. Yeah. Not even back channels from what I understand either. Dwidget says, especially with all those gimmicks involved, I doubt it can be reconfigured for a plastic model version. Yeah. Yeah. Dwidget says to William Williams, I can help you grow that collection of yours. The thing that you don't realize, though, Dwidget, Thurno, is that William is actually stationed in Japan. So, yeah, He's probably got all the hookup spots already pegged out. Yeah. Oh man. There you go. See, William says I will hit you up after I leave Japan. There you go. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and Dridja says, oh, I'm well aware. There you go. Cool. Cool, cool. Robin Barra says, no way, jalapeno pass. Dude, I know, right? Hard pass on that one. Hard pass, Mrs. Dembski. Sorry. Edward Leonard. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. He says, I lived in Hackettstown, New Jersey, where M&Ms are made. Really? That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. Fun times, right? Fun times. All right, cool. So let's see. Let's check back real quick because we got about 5 or so minutes left. We're gonna let cure up. Let's bring the foot back in here. And now, the thing that I said earlier, I'm not too concerned with the back end pieces here, and the reason why is thusly, because we're going to trim this to match the angle here of the foot armor. Just like that, and then what we can do oh yeah, you know what time it is. Filing time. That got weird, didn't it? All right, looking pretty good on one side here. We gotta dedicate a little bit more pressure to the front side. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Now that's just dead ass flat. That's perfect. Now we get our amazing filing plate here, and then we can really get this thing just dead flat. Just beautifully flat. Our boy Ultraman Dyna Luis, man, he sent this. Oh, this thing is so amazing, you guys. I am not shitting you. I love this thing. I knew I was gonna love it, but I didn't know I was gonna love it that much, right? So now, this whole surface here, this whole surface is just dead flat, right? Just clean flat. Just like that. So now, what you do is pop this. Well, here, let's put it back onto this one. Just like that. Yeah. See, that detail doesn't inhibit the flex or anything. And boom. There's what the foot looks like. Come on, focus, damn it. There's what that foot looks like with the toe spike, the trim around the opening for that, and that little simple detail, that little surface detail for the toe. Man, that looks good. I really like it. I really like it. And then once we get this top part, once we get those strips glued on, make that look recessed. Yeah, I think that's gonna look really nice. And just with the high mobility armor and everything like that, yeah, I like that. I am liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I am. Julie Stemsky says they are kind of sweet and spicy, not terrible. Well, there you go. um, Edward Leonard, smell of chocolate in the air. Oh, yeah, man. Like, we live down here, we live in Maryland, which is just under Pennsylvania, where the Hershey plant is, right? And we go up to Hershey Park, which is right next to the Hershey plant and everything like that, where most of the candy's made. And you can just smell the chocolate in the air. I don't know if they pump it in, the smell or whatever, but it's just amazing. Like, you smell melted milk chocolate in the air at all times, and it is just like, I don't know how you don't gain like 10 pounds just smelling the chocolate. Let's put it that way, right? It's crazy. Just crazy. But we like to go up there, at least once a year. It's a nice theme park. They have roller coasters and everything. We're totally into that. So, yeah. Excuse me. Let's see. Robin Barr says, still pass, not a fan of jalapeno. Julie says, they will be good if you are on a diet but need a taste of chocolate. I eat 6 and can't eat anymore. Nice. William says, to Dwidget, message me on Instagram at 3Wilms and let me know if I can help. Cool. Look at that, man. See, there's all sorts of connections going on up in the chat, man. That's so great. I love it. I love it. Robin Barr says, I need to get the magnifying glasses somehow. There you go. Superset 5's Superset 5 over there on Twitch. I guess I'll have to jump into Resin and get a G-System new Gundam or kit bash a perfect grade unicorn into a new Gundam. Dude, yeah, I highly recommend the G-System brand of resin, because I got a 148 148 RX-78 down here, Ayutan version, which is such a good design. It's amazing. I've had that thing sitting there for probably at least a decade, and I haven't touched it. So maybe when I stop competing in GBWC, maybe then that'll be for that, and the Zero Store up there, and the 160th Rick Dom. Maybe those end up on the workbench one day, but I can't give those up until that time. Edward Leonard says, Tim, just forget the O is there. Yeah, Leonard. Kind of. That's what I figured. Ascension Industries ever had dark chocolate with chili pepper? I have not. I'm not into the chili, into the chocolate thing. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. At least it is to me. I'm not knocking it for anybody else. Ascension Industries, it is good. Bet those M&Ms are similar, right? Andrew Young, Six Flags, though, 10 out of 10. Edward Leonard, love Hershey Park. Yeah, so do I. Great Bear, oh, such a good coaster, man. Dwidget, yep. Tim, yep. Connections that might not be healthy for that wallet, right? Hey, man. Perfectly fine for my wallet. Andrew Young, the day you retire from GBWC is the day I quit Gunpla. So retire and I can quit, please. No. Chris R. could always sell me the Rick Dom and keep competing. No. No. You don't know how much I searched for this Rick Dom before I bought it. I searched many months and finally caught one from a guy giving it up for $250. So yeah, 250 bones for that sumbitch. I ain't giving it up. It ain't happening. Not happening. Not even for you, Chris. Sorry, buddy. Robin Barr, the high 2M Rick Dom. Yes, it's the 160th scale. It's actually called Glorious Series. It was their kind of failed no grade, high grade style 160th series. They made the Rick Dom, and then they made the Goof. So yeah, they made 2 versions of the Rickdom, the regular, and then they made the Char's version. I don't know if there's any differences between the 2. I don't think there are, but I could be wrong. But yeah, those are the only 2 made in the Glorious series, which is a shame because I think they were really great. They're really great models. They look really good. I've cracked that box open several times just to look and admire, and the thing is massive, you guys. Like, big. So, yeah. That's what it is. But High 2M is the old kind of designation for their kind of weird accessories, you know. They used to have light up accessories that you could buy. You could buy master grade heads that had LEDs already pre-installed in them, and you can just you could just swap them in and all that. So yeah, it was kind of a weird line. But then the High 2M, for some reason, they classified that in there. But then they also called it the Glorious series, which was kind of odd. So who knows, right? Who knows? But let's see. Whoa! Yeah, so Chris just found one on Amazon. Looks like it's in Japan. The seller is wanting $350 for it. That's steep. $350. Nah. I'll keep mine. It'll be good. Robin Barr says Goof is in my backlog. There you go. Nice. You know, I sometimes wish that I had the Goof. Sometimes. I don't know. You could do some interesting things with the Goof. You can do some really interesting things with the Dom, though. So there you go. Twitch says, Tim, you mean drool on, right? Yeah, right. Bry Guy says, Tim, know anything lately about Northwest Shortline? No, I have not heard anything as of late, but it might be worth a look, because from what I understand, according to the last time I checked, they're well, yeah, Freddie, they're closing up shop. But the end of July, yeah. But I haven't heard, you know, any sort of updates about them selling or anything like that. So let's take a look real quick while we're at it. Northwest Shortline. Here we go. Let's see what kind of posts they have. Let's see. Posts. Yeah. The last post that they have on their Facebook page is from April 17th. And it really is nothing new. Nothing that we didn't know about before. So, unfortunately, no news on the Northwest Shortline front. I mean, honestly, I hope somebody is able to at least buy the Chopper property and keep that going. Because I think it's a good property. I think that it's a good product. And I think there's a high demand for it. Worldwide, you know? Worldwide. So, fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. So, but all right, everyone. That does it for tonight, I think. That does it for tonight. I think we're going to be out here at this point. So, with that being said, we will be back here on Monday of next week. We've got Monday and Wednesday, and then we have an episode of Mechanism next Friday. Terry T says, oh, speaking of Northwest Shortline, I have one more brand new chopper, too, for sale, 47 plus shipping. If anyone in the chat wants one, you can DM me on Instagram. Nice. Well, see, look, there you go, right? Terry, man, just... he finds these things and he gets them for the people, man. Mecha Army. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good shout out, Terry. Good shout out, man. But like I said, Monday and Wednesday we're gonna do the streams, and then on Friday we're gonna have Mechanism. So prepare to laugh, because if you guys watched last episode, it was pretty damn funny. We had a great time, and hopefully, Fridays will be equally as funny, right? But until then, man, have an awesome weekend. Shout out to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day to all you lucky guys. And man, enjoy your weekend. You know, and it's Father's Day weekend. It's for us. I think we can be selfish for one day, right? Kind of have it for us. Every other day, it's about the family. But anyway, so guys, be safe out there. Build something cool. We're going to see you on Monday. All right. Take care. See you guys.